Not a nice feature.
All right, that's a good zoom.
Okay, come wide, please.
Going wide eye.
A naked hominid crab.
Ooh, quick, zoom
Woo!
out.
Where's your backpack, boy?
What?
Omelet crab. What about that one below it? That looks a bit denser. Is that the same
Yeah, I think so.
type?
The blobulous one or the? Oh, the.
That one down there.
Was this got an overhang?
Yeah, that's all right. I think it's the same.
Is it? Yeah.
Sponges.
Yeah.
It is
Big ones.
dense. Wow.
Is that a dangle?
Yeah, if
Sponge
we can
dangle
like
or-
slide left and then
Yeah.
come back up and look at the whole assortment up there.
Sure. I think I also have a chance to maybe scare Rennie a bit here.
Yeah.
See if I can.
Now we'll
Oh,
be good.
now he's getting closer.
I'm pretty comfortable with where the ship is.
It's not quite overhung
That's why
enough.
it's shake.
Rub the tether against the side of that cliff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found some of the different books that I was able to implement to the Deepwater exhibit for kits that I was talking about previously. There's this one called Down, Down, sorry, Down, Down, Down by Steve Jenkins. Which is
How
pretty
far left do you want me
cool.
to go there,
And
Emil?
Flying Deep focuses on the deep
What's
sea
that?
submersible Alvin.
How far left did you want me to
Oh,
go?
no, this is far enough left to just kind of, now just till we come back up there where all the primnoids were and kind of frame them up.
Yeah, sure. I'll stay far out, far off the wall for now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shara. I'm looking those
Yeah.
up. I like down, down, down. Dive, dive, dive.
Argosy is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Candidella or Narella, based on the dichotomous branching from the base.
Dichotomous. That's the view you're after?
Let's see, where did they go?
Some just left the lasers now. It's the one we zoomed down on earlier.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah.
Up and see if
Yeah,
there's
this is a
any-
good view. Are you able to slide left?
Yep.
Little electric slide action here.
Hydraulic slide.
Hey. Not familiar with that line dance.
Yeah, they like this perch.
Yeah, it's a nice perch. What's the name of these ones again?
These are the primnoids.
No, it's
Either Candidella or Narella. Let me see if we got photos of those.
no it. All right, where to next?
We'll keep shimmying down,
Down.
down,
Okay.
down, down.
Down, down.
Good call back.
Okay, if we're done with this, then we could step away, I suppose.
Yeah.
So how's
Yeah.
oxygen availability for this coral down here,
30.
considering that we don't have any photosynthesizing
Bridge
organisms?
nav.
Yeah, we should check the oxygen
One
levels.
step 30 meters, bearing 130. Thank you. Ah, I said thank you. I'm supposed to not. Strictly professional here.
I mean, the oxygen minimum zone is typically around 500 meters or so. But yeah, we should check on that as we're ascending.
Yeah, one of our viewers was just wondering if oxygen availability might influence the growth rate and the size of these coral colonies.
I believe so. Are you there, Alexis?
Yeah, oxygen is definitely a limiting factor for them. So generally, we don't find these large, especially the hard corals, growing in areas of really low oxygen.
Thank you.
Cool. Oh, what's that there? There's two kind of fluffy whips. I don't know if we've seen those before.
Fluffy whips. Let's check
They don't
them
look
out.
like bamboo. There's a squat lobster on them.
Okay, Ed, go ahead. There's more fluffies off
Oh.
to the right too. Black coral.
Yep.
That's the same one we just saw, isn't it? That we decided to not snip.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we saw one that was more branching. Really little polyps too. Cool. Thanks.
Okay, come wide, please.
Coming out.
Steve says maybe parentopathies. Parentopathies? That is a lot of coral rubble. Yeah.
If you glued all that rubble together, it'd be about a fifth of the size of that other coral we saw.
Yeah. Oh, nice sponge.
That is a good sponge.
Thank you.
Oh, it's stalked, I
Oh,
think.
wow.
Thank you.
Does this one have a lattice on the end?
No, but it's got a stalk on the other side, which
Ah.
I don't know if we've seen on this.
I haven't seen many
Cruise.
stalked ones on this.
Goosefish.
There's a little Blobus maximus.
Hello.
Goosefish on the bottom.
I think so.
I know.
Grumpy fish.
All right, we're doing illegal ROV moves backing down the slope.
Yeah. That's wag.
I was going to say this side of the slope definitely
Bridge
is
nav.
less interesting than the first side we went up.
Except for the top.
One more step.
Ed, did Wayne tell you about when we backed down the slope?
I don't recall.
It was on the one going south. We were backing down. I think it was about 100 meters of vertical. There was a really good Argus view. No spires, no tangly bits. So just backing down slope. but
Yeah.
going pretty quick. And he's looking at the lighting and the focus and everything like pretty intently. And after about, I don't know, 20 minutes of that, he's like, I gotta go. So we had to get out of the control van for like a minute or two to not throw up.
Really?
It was really nauseating apparently.
How weird.
Is there some current down here?
I would say some, but not much.
Just wondering with Argus position.
I know if I'm ever editing footage, I shoot topside on my computer and somebody walks up, I almost always either stop it or make sure they don't get seasick, because looking at the motion of the vessel from a different period in time than what we're feeling right now, that puts some people over the edge.
Yeah, when people first get used to looking forward on the ship, but at monitors facing the aft
Yes.
during launch and recovery, gotten used to it, so you see the opposite of what you're feeling. But when you first experience it, it can be confusing.
Oh, I see the aft camera view,
to
but
the
looking
inner
at the
ear.
forward monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that a urchin? A white puff.
Looks like it.
Yep.
White puff.
Now we're back to
It's
coral rubble.
Chrysogorgia.
Yeah,
Right
good eye.
there.
So what do you think was happening with the currents on this little mound here? At the top, less current then? Is that more? Oh, so, and that's where we were seeing the huge, okay. And now dropping over the other side. there's
Definitely was
less.
not as currenty on the top of that as it was coming up that slope last night. I can't hear you, Emil.
It's a tough climb.
Maybe there's a fine line. Maybe there's the right amount of current that's not destructive to the corals, but still super
Yeah.
productive. I don't really know.
I'm still stumped by all the sponges that they grew large and then gave it up.
Yeah.
We haven't been seeing them around now.
Another stony coral coming up, I think.
So are you able to go back over to that crab and zoom on his face? He's facing the right direction now.
Sure. Where was he?
He was to the left
Back
and
up
up.
port.
I see it there, yeah.
And he's throwing deep sea science again. Get that C for crustacean.
I love them.
Okay, Ed, go ahead.
Yeah, coming in. Crustaceans. What you doing down here,
Put your
boy?
hands in the air,
Drop a C.
like if you don't care.
You want a full zoom?
Go ahead.
Yeah, coming in. Zam. Something
Yeah.
like
Beautiful.
How about a
Sorry.
Gerionidae chession?
Chession.
that. Sure, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
How
Where
about
was
it?
that seen?
Can't tell.
Gerionidae.
It's got the
Chession.
stripes on its head. Top of the carapace.
Huh.
Come back.
Don't go.
Don't
Oh,
throw
yeah,
away.
this
Oh,
is-
interesting.
oh,
What are you
Chrysogorgia.
doing?
Get
Gorgia.
off that Chrysogorgia.
Oh, he's trying to
I love
hide. He's
you.
like, I'm just gonna
Whoa.
dress up
He's
over
munching.
here. We're
You
munching?
gonna munch on it?
I don't think that's intentional.
Is it just in his way?
I think
Maybe.
it's just in his
He's
way.
giving it a death hug right now.
Little
That's what the
coral
other C
shelter.
stands for. Crustacean and coral.
No.
They're one.
He could be
Oh, no,
cleaning
I'm
it.
getting pulled now.
Alrighty,
Yeah, we're
thanks.
going
Alright.
the wrong way.
Huh.
Now he's just... What?
Protecting his
Don't
buddy.
leave.
I think he was hiding
I'm
behind it.
gonna get you.
Oh, Steve
Yeah.
confirmed the chession crab.
Oh, grab on,
And stay
buddy.
out.
Flight mode.
That was cool.
I wonder how
Nice coral
molting
hug.
takes place down there. Like, do they bury themselves, or how do we make sure that they're not predated on?
How does it normally
question.
happen?
Well, out in the surface in really shallow water, normally crustaceans will stop eating for a while, and they need to hide really well because their old skeleton they need to get rid of their old skeleton, so it becomes a little bit more fragile, and then they slowly grow another layer underneath.
Huh.
So sometimes it can take like a week at least for them to go
Right.
through that process.
We see chaseyons in the Atlantic too, and they sometimes bury themselves in the sediment in order to molt.
And does it take longer in the deep
Seems
sea,
more of those
or is
black
it
corals there.
Yeah.
pretty standard?
I think it's pretty standard.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I know, and shallow water availability of resources, space, food also can influence how many times it happens, as well as how fast or slow
Might get
it
to a point
happens
where
as
we
well.
can turn around down at this
Cool.
flat bit.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we don't see crab molts on the deep sea as much as you
Yeah.
do like scuba diving in shallower depths.
That's
You
true.
usually see a lot of crab molts, and down here we definitely I've never seen one.
Yeah, I wonder if scavengers just take advantage of them right away and try to break them down, get some nutrients out of them.
Yeah. Who knows?
Seems like the slope got steeper. Steeper.
This actually should be flattening out soon.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do a spin now.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it should be a fairly continuous ascent, unless we decide to drop back down a wall.
So here, did you still want to kind of follow this contour and then go up to waypoint 6?
Let's, just to the lower right behind us, there is an interesting growth. Yeah, maybe slide along that contour and go up the steep side to waypoint 6.
Okay, this
Yeah.
side right here. Okay,
black
yeah,
coral?
we'll still plan on that. Yeah, black coral and
Right there, yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to get up to see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good size growth.
yeah, it's tucked in that little rock channel.
Our channel.
I think it's like
Okay,
the one
zoom
we
in,
saw
please, Ed.
earlier. That was pretty big.
Very, very fluffy.
Wow.
Cool. Is that a pelagothoria caught in there?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, looks like
purple.
Okay, come
Yeah.
wide, please.
Let me get back in here.
Yeah, so running maybe kind of east.
Yeah, I'm going to go 065, I
Okay,
think,
yeah.
and then I'll come back down this way.
All right, yeah.
Zero 065.
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay. Bridge now. 1 step 40 meters, bearing 065.
We're
Affirmative.
going to 2050.
Yes.
Okay.
Heading to the future.
Is that true, though?
And then we're going to go here.
Nice. And
And
then
then
we're
we're
going
gonna
Someone
go
at
up.
home is wondering if deep sea creatures
Wow.
experience decompression sickness like humans do. Now, when it comes to fish, many of them have air bladders that kind of regulate the way they go along the water column, whether they go up or down. So certainly for those organisms, if we bring them up abruptly, those air bladders will suffer effects from, decompression, and from the water pressure on the body. Now, I don't know for invertebrates.
Decompression sickness in humans is caused by breathing compressed air at depth, and the excess nitrogen is taken in by the fatty tissue in 6 different compartments of the body. And then when you ascend, it comes out of those compartments and into solution at different rates. And that's really where you can get decompression sickness or decompression illness from. Animals don't have that problem of breathing compressed air at depth. So, and, but like whales and free divers will take a large breath at the surface, then hold that breath, and then go down to the bottom and then return on that same breath at the same pressure inside them.
Okay.
So it's not really at the same pressure, but that's how free divers don't get decompression sickness.
Okay. Thanks, Ed.
But if you breathe compressed air at depth, that's where you run into issues.
Free divers just have to maintain consciousness.
I know, that's the only thing. That's part of setting the world record, is you have to come to the surface, remove your goggles, and give an okay sign, and stay conscious for 1 minute.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yep.
that doesn't sound good. So it can be a delayed effect.
There's a woman in British Columbia who's had 7 free diving world records, and she teaches now that she has a family. And she was telling me on day 1 of the class that they teach you how to control your body and your diaphragm and your breathing and off-gassing and everything. And at the end of day 1 of the class, you immerse you're in the pool. There's pool sessions as well, obviously. And you immerse your face in the water and you hold your breath for up to 4 minutes.
Wow.
And I told her, oh, there's no way I could ever do that. And she said, no, that's not the goal. That's the limit. We have to stop you at 4 minutes. And she said every student does that.
Huh.
Everybody in the class,
That's
no problem,
impressive.
holding their breath for 4 minutes.
Wow.
Once you've had the training in how to manage your body and and I thought for sure you would have to off-gas, that the buildup of carbon dioxide in your body, which is what makes you think you need air. It's not really needing air, it's you're needing to get rid of that CO2.
Huh.
That they would be breathing out as they did that. She said, no, you just hold your breath the whole time.
Wow.
Never had a chance to take that class, but I'm convinced I would prove her wrong. But I think I would probably be on the wrong end, that I actually could hold my breath with those techniques. But is that crazy? 4 minutes? And like they have to stop you. The first day you're not allowed to go past 4 minutes.
That's insane.
Some ROV pilot training going on up here.
All
That's
right.
why we're kind of hovering.
Yeah, so we've got a little valley here. It's good time to do the training.
What's this floaty guy in front of us? Is that just an Oreo?
Yeah,
I
it
think
looks
so.
like it.
Flapping?
Yeah.
Flapping Oreo.
Yeah.
We'll catch up to him in an hour or so.
Yeah.
So we're transiting about 200 meters to the east-northeast. Then we'll do another 200 meters to the east-southeast, and then we'll do a
Crab's
steep
coming
ascent.
out to intercept.
Oh, yeah.
You kids.
Is it 2 of them?
Looks a little darker.
Or what?
No,
No,
it's
it's a
a
fish
fish.
and a crab.
Heading us off at the pass.
Do you want to have a look at this crab?
Yeah. That's the same guy.
Same one, yeah.
Yep.
Followed us down.
He's quick.
He's got more corals to hug. Okay, zoom in, please.
Yeah, coming in.
Pretty far away, but it's pretty flat.
Yeah, not-
Crustaceans.
Same kind?
There's a sea pen back there.
I think
See
it
how
is,
he lined
yeah.
his face up.
Looks like about the same, just a little redder, huh?
He's
on the
galloping.
move,
Yeah.
he's on the move.
Woo!
Gotta go, I'm late.
Oh.
Some more scaphopods.
It's got bigger claws. It's a little older.
All right, come on, thanks.
Why die?
Bridge nav. One more step, please. Okay.
Stalked sponge.
Ripples.
Oh, a little tiny fish swimming with us. Lower right of lasers. Almost frame bottom.
Oh yeah.
Wanna try to zoom on that guy? See him?
On the fish?
Yeah.
Sure.
Just gonna have frame now.
I didn't see him.
Is
let
there-
me-
Always
Item or
kind of
something?
ahead of.
There he is. See that little tiny guy?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Bottom center.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
It's like, oh my god, they got
That's
me.
tough, man. I don't know if we can get that.
Mystery fish.
Oh.
You just about had it.
Yeah, I know.
Totally gone.
Full wide.
Thanks.
He just went back and ate that crab.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
He
Teasing
knows when we're
us.
full wide.
It's the servo motors scares him off.
Yeah. Not the HPU, just the servo.
Right.
You can go ahead again.
Oh, it's just tempting me. Man,
Looks
I
like if you
can't
turn
tell
sideways,
at
it'll
all.
disappear. All right. Yeah, it's hard with the white sediment, I suppose, eh?
Yeah.
Cool ripple patterns up in Argus view there.
Yeah.
Especially as they go around this rock.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a Zen garden.
A retrograde moment here.
Retrograde eye. The ship?
Yeah. Looks like it's finally starting to go.
Seeing something cool in Herc sonar.
Straight ahead.
Yeah. It looks like a down, not an up. I don't know.
Yeah. It's Coral Ridge.
That's what they would name a development if it was down here.
Yeah.
You know, Coral Ridge. Now selling.
Well, the trend is to name a development after whatever you tore down to build it.
Exactly. Coral Ridge Estates. Stony Avenue.
One of my the developments I lived in
How would
used
they
to be a horse
advertise
farm.
the
Called what?
the
used to be a
buildings?
horse farm,
Oh, okay.
and then they named all the streets after the horses. So my street was Decidedly, which is because the horses have weird names.
Okay. Like what?
So it was Decidedly was the
Oh.
name of the street.
Decidedly Street.
Lane.
That's Decidedly Way.
Yeah.
Huh.
So funny. Oh, this is cool. You were right. It was a down.
Down, down, down.
Little ledge.
Am I seeing some encrusting sponge right there? Oh, now we're getting some current.
All right, time for a change. How big of a change, though?
I'm gonna do some tether management.
Bridge nav. One more step.
Yeah, I don't care actually.
There's a pretty big change here on this sensor. Brace yourself.
All right. Look at that shrimp cruising with us.
No, it seems like we have someone at home that's super enthusiastic and interested in joining us for one of our internship opportunities. So Gina and Avery, do you want to just share your experience with us? What types of skills have you been learning? Have you liked it? How has your experience been here on the EV Nautilus?
Yeah, I guess I'm the ROV intern right now. I came from a completely computer science background. So from the internships I've done in the past, this is a lot more like hands-on like you would think about, instead of writing programs and working with software applications, which I thoroughly enjoy. Yeah, I mean, I get to learn a lot more mechanical stuff, so I'm happy about that, as opposed to like sitting in a, constantly air-conditioned room for 9 hours a day.
Yeah, just an
It's
intermittently air
Yeah.
conditioned.
You get to do it for 4 hours.
For 4 hours.
So what does a day look like for an ROV intern?
I'm sorry?
What does your usual day look like here on the EV
It depends.
Nautilus?
When I was in transit, well, it's only been like a week, but when I was in transit or whatever, we were in transit. The first like 4 hours was spent like learning stuff, like actually working with the ROV, like when it's aboard the ship.
Yeah.
And then now it's been learning the controls and everything like that, and like piloting while it's underwater. Personally, I prefer when it's like on top of the ship and not in the water, but I mean, it is what it is. I guess it depends on the person. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have both.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd just be working on them and never implementing.
If you just like the tech and you could become an AUV pilot, because that's just
Yeah.
like fix it and then throw it in the water and wait.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
I would make a terrible
You
AUV
could
Are you able to zoom on
program
that jelly below?
I think
yeah,
so.
that's a pretty cool
Go ahead, Ed.
jelly.
Good luck.
Yep.
Sure is a silhouette.
Oh.
Bloop.
Bloop.
What's the
Very
jelly
red.
noise? Gloop. Deep red.
BLOOP is my.
Yeah, that's what I was going with.
You doing that too?
Yeah.
Look at it.
The impossible Java video is
Man.
focusing on an unknown object, unknown
At
size.
an unknown distance.
Unknown
I can't
distance.
tell if you're getting closer.
Whee!
Or like,
It's-
thank
yeah, it's
goodness.
Hi.
Get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
Bridge snap.
Oh no.
Hello.
One more step.
You know, moon jellies have 4 stomachs. It's kind of crazy.
Wonder if he's riding our bow wave.
Now, going back to the internships, Gina, do you want to jump in and talk a little bit about how your day looks as an ocean science intern and how you've been
Yeah,
enjoying
so
it?
it's been a really awesome experience
Yeah.
so far. Typical day, I'll have 2 watches. Well, I'm on the 8 to 12, and so usually I'll be logging data during the, my watch, so making lots of observations, taking pictures, screenshots. It's really cool to kind of write down these observations because it's really like the first step in the scientific process, and these observations go into a dive summary that I'll end up compiling, which is really helpful to review the dive and look back on those major highlights.
Yeah.
And then once the ROV is out of the water, I help process the samples in the lab, and we use different various preservation methods for different biological and geological samples that we take. So yeah, it's been a really, really great experience, and it's kind of cool because I did an internship last year where I was reviewing a ROV video from an expedition prior, so the year prior. So it's really cool to be here now, like in the control van, in real time, seeing all of this happening.
Yeah, do you see yourself pursuing this type of opportunity again in the future?
I think so, definitely, yeah. Ocean exploration is one of my passions, so this is really cool. I just love that we're just kind of seeing this stuff for the first time, and there's all these different applications for this video and all. Yeah, it's just a really great thing that's happening. So, and everything is so new. Like, it's always changing. Like, it's so
Yeah.
exciting. Like, there's never really a dull moment.
What's that down there? That beige thing on just gone off on the left. Couldn't tell.
Yeah, that was a really good overview, girls. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Has Avery mentioned her experience as an intern
Yeah,
yet?
she
Okay,
started
good.
it.
Where,
I came in late.
where have you been?
I had
Hey
to
Sam, where
step
you
out.
been?
I went out for a second.
Where have you been all my life?
Right here in the van.
All right.
Yeah, so someone's asking about the application process for the internship opportunities. So what's the application process like for you?
It was, yeah, so if I remember correctly, I had to submit a letter of I think 2 letter of recommendations, a cover letter, and I want to say a personal statement. And so it took some time, and I definitely definitely started early on that. I would advise that. And yeah, just making sure that when you have your letters, like asking if you can get strong letters of recommendation.
That's really important.
That's like kind of a key word, you
Yeah.
know. And a personal statement in the cover letter, you kind of want to really highlight your experience or your your skills and your experiences. And if you don't have, you know, experience directly related to ocean exploration, you can put in, there's lots of other,
We're going to go 100 after this.
you know, if you have other skills and like interpersonal skills, and if you're like attentive and you can show experience that demonstrate that, that's really important. So just don't sell yourself short. Like if you think it's really competitive, like still apply. You never know. So
As someone who reads many of the applications every year, yes to everything Gina just said. And what we're really looking for are people who, or students for whom this is going to be a potentially sort of career-changing experience for them. And that, you know, meaning that kind of broadly in the sense that, you know, maybe they're at a crossroads of not really sure if they want to pursue the academic side of their studies or if they want to go down a research or a you know, more hands-on out in the field path. Or, you know, this is, you know, maybe they're nearing the end of their studies and deciding, you know, what to do next. So as Gina said, you know, you don't necessarily have to be taking all of the marine science classes or engineering classes or whatever track you're looking at. We're looking for people who really want to be out here, and we see that expressed most vividly in cover letters and in recommendations. So when you said strong recommendations, that's important, but also showing us, demonstrating to us why you want to be out here, and your cover letter is also great. Some of the best cover letters are the ones that, you know, mention that they, well, of course, you know, if they mention Nautilus Live, that they've already been watching us, that's great. But being able to demonstrate what you've been doing and how you would leverage this experience is really what we're looking for. And similarly for the Science Communication Fellowship Program for informal and formal educators, in that case, it's more about how you're going to bring the experience back to your community. But again, you know, we're always kind of looking for applicants outside the box of, you know, the normal kind of do this program and then this program, and then you end up, you know, in a formal role. We're always looking for people who have taken different paths and have different experiences to contribute to the cohort and the core of exploration. But yeah, applications for those programs are available on our website under the Education tab, and they are open now. And there's internships available in seafloor mapping, data logging and ocean science, ROV engineering and video engineering, as well as navigation. So lots of opportunities for students to come out, and those are open to undergraduate students, graduate students, community college students, and recent students. So
I think you have to be 18 and a resident of the United States or Canada.
that is correct.
And you can join us for terms from a week or 10 days to 3 weeks, correct?
Yeah, and actually for the interns, you can go up to 5 weeks.
Oh, awesome.
Or 6, yeah.
That's really cool.
Just depends on what our season schedule looks like, which won't be released until the early next year, early 2020.
Back into this valley current again.
do you know what some of the past interns are doing now?
Good question. Sometimes we do, because they come back on Nautilus. For instance, Jess, one of our Argus pilots who often sits Herc and is getting trained up on Herc, she started as an ROV intern a few years ago.
Cool.
She's been coming back every summer. Who else is out right now?
I started as a seafloor mapping specialist / intern back in the day.
There you go. I started as a science communication fellow.
What's crawling on the... Oh, is that just a shrimp on the lower left?
Shrimp.
Yep. Okay.
Did Sarah Seabrook come out as an intern?
No, she was a scientist.
Scientist, okay, from the beginning.
Yep.
I didn't sail with her in her early days.
We get ready for a
Megan Lubeck came along.
east-southeast step over to 2050?
Yes,
Great.
I called one in.
Cool.
I'm going to add to it. Bridge nav. You can add one more step to that.
So you can look at our website under the team page and see profiles of everyone who's out right now, as well as everyone who sailed with us since I think 2008 or 2010 probably. So you can get an idea of their paths. We often find that we'll have interns come back out either on Nautilus in similar roles, or they'll come out as scientists, or it's kind of fun to be able to see how their researcher careers evolve. Sometimes, like I said, they'll come out, or they'll continue their own research, or they'll sail on other ships as similar roles. Kind of stay in the ocean exploration pool, and sometimes completely different paths. It's not a very good answer because we don't know a lot of the time, other than informal updates on Facebook that we see. But we definitely hear back that this is usually a formative experience, whether it's realizing that life at sea maybe isn't for them, or realizing this is something they want to spend more time doing, or
like Ian left the video engineering internship program, went back to college and changed his major.
Yep, that was a good example. Yeah, and he's had some awesome internship experiences since.
Man.
But he keeps talking about Nautilus, which is awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
That time at NASA seemed pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What was his initial career path like?
He was majoring in film and video production with a minor in geology.
Wow.
And he really enjoyed the science of what we were doing in the field work, kind of like Rennie's story. And he went back and changed his major to geology with a minor in film and video. Yeah, that's a huge win even for me. To instead of somebody getting 4 years deep into their career and realizing, I think I like the other thing better. To be able to expose an undergrad to that, that's great.
It is.
You scared him off good and proper.
Nathan's video producer for Princess Cruises now.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
He's been doing that for more than a year.
Oh, that's awesome.
From all over the world. He's been focused this summer in Alaska, but he's been in Hawaii, Asia, all over the planet.
Wow. Yeah, Ed, as a reviewer of applications, what advice would you give?
There's several things. I mean, my department's a little different because I like to see that they have an interest in technology, communications technology, electronic storytelling, and have some science component as well, some overlap in some manner. And that they're in a place in their life where, as you mentioned, this could be impactful in their career trajectory. It's always a little reassuring to read an application packet that they've had some experience that indicates that they can get along well with people under adverse conditions.
Yeah.
Long hours, cramped quarters, etc. Erin Rainey, when she applied and indicated that she was the captain of a fishing vessel in Alaska, that certainly indicated that she would have no problem in this environment.
That was a slightly atypical application, but yes.
Right. But the same thing with Sarah. Sarah had spent a lot of time in Mexico shooting a documentary on how farmers were trying to coexist with predatory, I think they're like jaguars.
Yeah.
And same with Steven.
Now Sarah's on an Alaskan fishing vessel with Aaron.
Yeah, she just finished that up. Although pretty soon they're all going to be at Jackson Wild for the film festival. Jackson Hole for the film
Isn't Erin
festival.
coming out on the next leg? Or not next leg, but
in San Francisco, yeah. She's got the last 2 legs, and then she's staying on to help with the decommissioning.
Both of them are, right? Both Erin and Sarah, or just Erin?
The Jackson Wild or the last leg?
Last leg.
No, it's just Erin, but it's going to be
Sarah was on
another.
for subsea.
Yeah, it's going to be an intern, Ashley, who is I think just completed her master's in wildlife cinematography at Montana State University. And that cohort, those are 2 of the larger programs, the one in England, 2 in England actually, and 1 in Montana for that program, and they've worked out really, really well.
Let's wait a sec on the next one.
Unfortunately, I won't be on board.
I think we'll
for
be
those
over
legs,
this by then.
Hope to deliver the same quality experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ed, something you mentioned kind of, I think, rings true for most of the internships is that we're not necessarily looking for like a stellar college course record. Good grades help, but we're really looking for application of experiences and skills, and people who are seeking out new opportunities. Doesn't have to be, fishing vessels in Alaska or, the top academic programs, but it's people who are always learning and always trying to build their skills.
To be honest, if I bother to look at a transcript, I'm mainly looking to see what subjects they struggle with, to see if we share math.
Lower left, Trevor, lower left, there was a pretty large, it might
Sorry,
be just,
I'm full 100% up to try to get over this lump.
oh, good, okay.
Not a good time to stop.
Whoa, we got a big anemone here.
We're trying to get over that lump.
Yeah.
Anemone lump?
Anemone lump. A lumpany.
This is definitely, the flow has looked different, like a low bait kind of pillowy flow, which is different from what we were seeing on the other mound.
Dead stonies.
Is that a sea star with a forked arm?
Ooh,
Yes.
Yep.
yeah.
That one grew back a little funky.
What?
Wow. Do we have any googly eyes with us?
Yeah. Hey, Mbari leaves pink flamingos.
I know.
We could
Why
start
can't we
leaving
put some googly eyes down there?
eyes.
There's the rock. Yeah, in order to keep this depth, I'm 100%
This looks like
up.
a gnarly
Well, I hope we're
hiking
not going up
trail.
this slope.
Yeah, pretty steep.
You what?
Hope we're not going up to waypoint 6.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're sliding east first.
So to reiterate, my probably biggest comment on the internship opportunities is you have to apply.
That's a good point.
Yep.
First step.
It sounds dumb, but it's very true. Like,
Yep.
yeah.
And
sheer
I
here.
think a lot of the interns I bring out are surprised that they were selected. So don't think you have to be a shoo-in or you have to be exactly what we're looking for, because you don't know what that is.
I had 0 ocean experience,
Yeah.
Look at you
One.
now.
and now I have all of the ocean experience.
Too much ocean experience.
Yeah, I think getting that peg leg was above and beyond that.
Yeah, well, I had the eye patch for a while too.
The stuffed parrot, though, is just a little too much.
I was about to
Somebody,
do ventriloquist
Yeah.
parroting, but I decided not to.
I just
But,
saw
you know,
an
the hook
image
hand was the good fit, though. You get
at
that.
my favorite source for images, and it was
Reddit?
like a health care store, and they were you could buy eye patches there, and they had they had a 2-for-1 special.
What? Why would you want that?
Oh, we got her over there.
Change them out.
She cracked.
Oh, we lost one.
Lost 2.
Lost 2. You guys just chortling over there?
Chortle. Chortle. Full chortle.
There's our chassis on, buddy.
Oh, man, come on.
Let me know when you're feeling it.
Crab.
I don't really understand this action.
Huh. I think you were curving around this feature.
Right, but why is Argus curving around that feature?
Because I timed it.
What?
I called this move here, and while Argus was still swinging, I called in a different move. And so we
Oh, so this motion is this motion?
yeah, you see how we curved like that?
Oh.
Yeah,
Argus,
okay.
Argus kind of went around the feature like
Nice.
that. Sometimes it works out.
Not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's just what I do.
I don't
for
like
a
to
living.
point it out, but you know, just kind of curve Argus around.
Good,
the-
yeah.
Kind of a big deal.
Nice job, Brady.
Thanks.
Oh, what's in Argus view? Siphon 04.
It
Yep.
looks like
Nice one.
a exclamation
Ooh.
point.
Yeah.
Wow.
That the bottom of the exclamation point was
Oh,
the
it must be
the
raining
swimming
outside.
bell.
Feder's looking at the rain.
Is he?
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
see the
he's-
rain in front of his face. Oh, there it goes.
Oh.
Future wind, she's out of there.
He's just getting out.
Look, it's really coming down. If you, oh my gosh,
That's not good.
that's
No.
not what you want.
Is everything waterproof down there?
Yep.
It's
Put it in the hull.
not raining on deck. I think it's pressure washing.
Ah, yep.
There's a
Right.
hose getting turned off.
Ready for more?
Nice blue sky out
I
there.
don't
Yeah.
know how I feel about that.
Okay.
I cannot go up. I've been 100%.
Well,
up
we're not upping anymore. We should be lateraling.
I kind of want to get like here of Argus, you know, because we're moving what 100 or so.
We're going here.
Oh.
See what I mean?
Oh.
Parallel
Okay.
the contour,
Let's do it.
and then we're gonna go up.
Let's do that then.
Let's do that. Okay. Bridge.
I'm
now.
with you now.
One step. Thank you.
I'm just gonna set my bias so I don't have to hold the stick anymore. There we go.
Just bias up to 1,000.
Say again?
Just bias all the way up.
That's what I'm doing now.
George has it pretty sweet. He gets to see the dive and daylight at the same time.
Yeah.
George?
Yeah.
He's got it made, man.
The one thing that he doesn't have up there that I think would help is the Argus view as well. Because when
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, move, and then he's like looking at Herc and
Well, he
we're
could-
just, it's like normal, but
I could
Argus
feed
is
him
like right
quad.
against it.
Yeah.
Although then I'm not sure he would like that.
No, yeah. I think.
He also doesn't have all these lovely humans.
That's true. He just listens to us. Pipes up every now and then, which is very appreciated.
Yeah.
Although during some of our engineering legs, we'll be diving with the side doors open, especially in shakedown, and you have kind of a nice view up here then.
Fedder's outsourced it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what they're doing.
Fixing the seal.
Yeah,
Uh-oh, you're in trouble.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get to hang out with all the humans.
Wow, they're really active. He's going up.
So good.
Well, there you go. Quad sat's a hit.
Huge in Japan.
So, are you fighting currents here, Trevor?
Boy, is he ever.
Yeah. Am I ever? I've been 100% vertical up for about 10 minutes.
Wow.
And we're not
Uh,
going up.
Not going much up, no. Do you want to reset?
I wonder if it'd be less weaker current if we went up the ridge instead of the steep part.
I don't know what to think. I've been 100% up since before 2050-26 target.
Oh, all the way around that bend.
Yeah. I've now stick locked my verticals just to full up, so I don't have to hold it.
Oh,
And
don't
we
sever
are
your
not
tether.
moving.
What's that?
And we are not moving up.
They're not moving up.
Huh. Well, let's see. Could you zoom out on high pack?
Yes. This flat bit would be less exciting for coral.
Yeah.
This,
I wonder if we go a little further.
There was less current from here on this side.
right, but then
So-
it's a more ROV capable, but less less coral probability.
Coral capable.
But we got to get up.
But we gotta get up. Yeah.
I'm triangling over to the ridge there.
This here.
Yeah.
So I'll just go south.
Yeah, and then we'll go east.
You're
to
gonna
the
still have
s-
to go up, but
But
I
it
wonder
might-
if you came away
Roger.
from the wall,
Then
if you'd
maybe
go
it-
up better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I think I'll do. You want to
Sure,
try
let's-
doing that?
Yeah.
okay. This move's almost complete, and then I'll do just a 180.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it's like a waterfall,
Yeah.
dense water.
But to
We'll
be
see.
honest, if the current is that fast, what we were seeing with those sponges before is that too fast is perhaps not very conducive of coral and sponge growth. So maybe we're not really missing out. But the best thing is we'll never know.
That is great.
I have no FOMO.